Ooh, game laggy. Alright, starting chapter 5 at 9 hours and 59 minutes. Ugh. It's a long time, man.
Part 1. White Clouds. Verdant Rain Moon. Tower of Black Winds. The ceaseless rains that satiate the verdant landscape of Fodlan are accompanied by fierce winds and mighty roars of thunder. This abundance of rain, sparkling as it falls against beams of emerging sunlight, is a constant reminder to the people of Fodlan that nature is ever wild and unpredictable. For when the rain finally does take pause, the clouds part and give way to a glorious rainbow.
And now we have the infinite loading screen. Oh, good. There are new places to explore, that is true.
I have a new mission for you, Professor. I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves.
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Lance of Ruin. Their leader's name is Miklan. He is apparently a disowned son of House Gautier. I believe it had something to do with his lack of a crest. Such happenings are fairly common within the kingdom.
The Crestless cannot unleash the goddess's power even if they possess a relic. Nonetheless, they are still capable of simply wielding those weapons.
The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force. Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seros are away from the monastery, purging the apostates of the Western Church. So we are entrusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the Sword of the Creator, which is more than capable of opposing any relic.
The Sword of the Creator is a powerful weapon well beyond the other relics. You have nothing to fear. However, to ensure that no harm comes to the students, we will also send the monastery's most skilled individuals to aid you.
I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of that holy sword. Also, you should know that Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. That is all.
I heard about our mission for this month. So, we are to eradicate thieves in Kingdom territory. I'm sorry for dragging you into the Kingdom's petty squabbles. This should not be your burden to bear, but my own. Thank you, Professor. Hearing you say that puts my mind at ease.
Your Highness? Ah, it's been ages!
It's been a long time. 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed, Your Highness. You've grown so much in those years, I hardly recognize you.
This is Rodrigue, an old friend of my father's. I believe I've mentioned him, if you recall. When my father died 4 years ago, he looked after me as though I were his own son.
Ha ha! You flatter me, Your Highness. It was my honor to care for such a fine young man. It's nice to finally meet you, Professor. My son, Felix, has mentioned you on occasion.
What brings you to the monastery, Rodrigue? Is it the thieves plaguing the kingdom?
I'm afraid so. This is not merely a problem for House Gautier, but for everyone. The thieves have set up their headquarters in Fraldarius territory, and are mercilessly pillaging the villagers of that area. You have our full support in stopping those dastards. I thank you for your help, both of you.
Good of you to come, Professor. I've heard much about you lately. Specifically, that you are able to awaken the Sword of the Creator's power. Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered. I had, of course, seen your crest before. However, At first, I failed to recognize its true nature. Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a small part of a greater whole. In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected when using normal instruments. After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis. However, I could not be certain. The crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual. A crest thought to have disappeared from this world in the millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the King of Liberation. The crest of flames. That is what you possess. Your ability to wield the sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis. A legendary power, dormant since time immemorial and now resurrected. There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you.
Nice. Worked microphone. Okay. I got distracted.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Smells lovely. Huh?
Start of my 4th of July weekend. Oh, good.
Huh?
Same one, huh?
There's no alcohol in here. It's better if you can sleep without it. Thanks for the...
That's definitely something a well-adjusted person would say right there. No. So this is a pretty big chapter. I am aware that they can take the intermediate exams. The issue is I don't want to yet. I mean, I guess I can. It doesn't hurt to do it, but... yeah. Merc is the one I want. So this will help Dimitri speed out a little bit, as well as give him vantage whenever he masters it.
Good result.
No. But he will be changing into it after he gets the speed +2 from Myrmidon? Yeah, that's the one. So he needs a lot of battles. Although, he only really needs 13 battles. I think I might be able to squeeze that in. We'll see. Lots of supports after the 6 spores done too. Quite nice. Okay. So this is a pretty big chapter, because you get access to the sauna, and you also get access to the quest for the, like the Eastern and Western merchants, or whatever they're called.
I could use a hand.
Which lets you, buy seeds, basically.
What the?
Okay, so sauna. I will save Scum the sauna, and we will go with Dimitri pretty much every time until his axes are where I need them to be. This can be kind of random, so I would like to get them both into their happy place. God, Dimitri. What the fuck? Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna fail. So I need to be a bit more cautious about it, I suppose. I also should be able to recruit Lysithea this month, or this week. So I'll likely have to save scum the hell out of that as well. Well, that's okay. That's what I do. So, no big deal. Because she should be very close to a B support with Byleth after all those damn battles. So. I'll do one more. Jeez, Dimitri, what the fuck? Dimitri's always so difficult to sync up with Byleth. Okay. Ah, damn it. He got overheated, man. Fuck. You fucking cold bastard. Stop. Come on. You were just there. You can load it quicker than that. Alright, I'll try 2 this time. See how it goes. Maybe I should have waited there too, huh? Byleth, what the fuck? Damn it! Ah, she was like there, man. I hate how there doesn't seem to be a specific spot on that bar where it's good other than the line. It just seems like sometimes people, they feel good really fast, and then sometimes they just don't. And I think... Oh, drop my controller, GG. And I think the aim it's just another one of those things the game has that likes to fuck with you. So, yeah, there you go. So if you're wondering exactly how the sauna works, the truth is, I have no idea. I just wing it till it works. But I will get this, by God. Yeah, like, look at that. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Damn you, Dimitri, you suck. Maybe I just have to give it to Dimitri. Seems like, yeah, it's just not gonna work. Damn it. And I am not sitting through all those cutscenes again that cut 10 minutes off of this video, so fuck that. Oh well. Let's talk about why Dimitri's the worst character in the game. He just gets way too hot. He's a chicken wuss. He's just a chicken wuss. That's all there is. Fuck you, Dimitri. Relax at the same rate as Byleth. Do it. Do it. So see, that looks reasonable. So if it messes up this time, then screw it. Byleth really doesn't need it that bad. It would be nice, but it'll be okay if I don't get it here. So yeah, fuck it. I don't care. It's fine. Whatever. It's fine. Whatever. Don't care.
Thanks. I'm glad I asked you.
Don't care. Alright. let me walk down to Abyss real quick. Why is my Discord blowing up? Stop. Coronavirus patient suffers hours-long erection due to blood clots. Yikes. That's a hell of a way to go. Poor bastard.
It's like this.
What do you know?
Miklon. I know that guy. Northern Fargus, he's pretty well known. And not in a good way. The guy does what he pleases. Attacking towns in Margrave Gautier's territory relentlessly. Stealing food and even abducting women. I may be the leader of a bunch of thugs too. But I'm nothing like that slime bag. Hate's a strong word. It's more that I think I could lead his bandits in a better way. A hero's relic can turn a slime bag like Miklon into a knight. I know you've got one of those shinies yourself, but don't go doing anything reckless.
What do you know? You're a busy one, aren't you? Always on the road. Being a professor seems like a tough gig. Back when I was first enrolled here, we rarely traveled. The Battle of the Eagle and Lion was about it. This really stirs up the old memories. When I took part, my house lost. May have been my fault. It's hard to believe, but I was pretty rash back then. Hey, think I can join in again this year? Bet you can pull some strings and make it happen, yeah?
Yeah, not likely, sir.
It's like this.
Is it really like that, though? Or is it like this other way? Who just says some shit like that when you walk by them, honestly?
Nice sword, Chatterbox. I like how it lights up. That's a neat trick. But now that you have it, the church is going to want to use your power for their own ends. Are you going to let that happen?
No.
Good. Glad to hear it. You gotta think for yourself. You're too good to become one of their stooges.
Thanks. Definitely not yours, it's Constance's. Avoid sunlight? Yeah, I think I might know that person. I'll try to get the C support with Happy after I recruit Lysithea. I don't know exactly when it locks. For all I know, it could have already locked. I don't think so, though. I would highly doubt that. So, I'm not super worried about it. But I know it definitely locks eventually, so gotta be mindful.
Say, I hear that a knight of Seros named Gilbert will be joining us for our mission this moon. He is skilled, which is surely a boon for us. Still, that was not very thoughtful of Lady Rhea. Ah, well... No, I do not. Not really. All I will say is that we have trained together a few times in the past. House Gautier is Sylvain's home. It would be nice of you to check on him as well.
I know Lord Rodrigue. He paid repeated visits to His Highness after the previous king was killed.
I'm enjoying my off day with a soda. Sorry.
Mercedes. Her face looks familiar.
We'll find out more about that on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. And not the Azure Moon playlist, probably, but we'll see.
You and your class were at that fight in the Holy Mausoleum, right? I sincerely hope the holy artifacts are unscathed. I admit I wish I could have been there to see it all, even if it does make me queasy. But I was there too early. I'd gone first thing in the morning. At noon, one of the monks chased me out, saying I'd been there too long. Who were they to decide when I've been somewhere too long?
No.
have a crest too, eh, Professor? Does that mean you're descended from nobility? You've certainly got the look for it. I sure do wish there were more nobles like you, Professor. A teacher, a mercenary, and so very mysterious. How could a girl ever get enough?
Hey, Professor, did you happen to see that man I was looking for earlier? I just spotted him by the dining hall, but then he ran away. To be honest, he's my father. He's using a different name now, but there's no mistaking it. It's him. I know it is. Father, I found you at last.
Hey, Professor. Don't you think everyone's making too big a fuss over these crests, or heroes' relics, or whatever they're called? How important can that stuff really be? Personally, I don't even care that I don't have a crest. I'll take muscles over crests any day. Heck, I'll take muscles over a hot meal. Actually...
I'm just gonna say I think Hilda's crest makes her stronger than he is. I'm just saying.
I thought school life would be peaceful and quiet, with a sprinkle of drama to keep things interesting. But since you arrived, it's been one thing after another. Is that just a coincidence, I wonder? What do you mean? I don't like the way you said that. Stop trying to spook me.
You've been spooked.
Aristocrats are fools, allowing their lives to be dictated by their crests. Though, I suppose I am much the same in that regard.
I would say so. Do I have my B support with her, actually? I do not.
Though...
I did just find her lost item that was like 5 feet away from her, though. So maybe that was what I needed. No, drat. Okay. I know I'm close, damn it.
Yes, I have never had goings to the kingdom's north. I hear the people of North are cold and have much loneliness. Professor, I hear you have worked as a mercenary in the kingdom. Did you find joy in this? You cannot remember? Is that having possibility? I have amazement.
Okay.
Professor. I'm gonna keep training until I can beat you.
Okay. Let me look at lost items for a second here. I forget whose that is. Not Lysithea's, that's all I need to know. That's Petra's. Oh god, I've got a sneeze coming. Quick, mute the mic! It was a bait, it didn't come. I'm sure it'll happen again when I least expect it. How did I know? There you go.
So the whole plan to attack the monastery was some plot devised by the Western Church? That means they used Linato. What right do they have to drag a good man like him into their schemes? There's going to be a big investigation into the Western Church soon. I wish I could be a part of it. I want to hear for myself why Linato had to die.
Just seeing if there's something out here first. Nope.
Professor, you looked like a natural wielding the sword of the Creator.
It's strange though, isn't it? The last owner of the sword was Nemesis, but I thought he didn't have any descendants.
You thought wrong. Hey.
Professor. I'm so sorry my older brother is causing you all this hassle, Professor. Don't misunderstand. I always thought he was a piece of garbage. But I never thought he'd steal the relic. I can't wait to see his face when he realizes I'm in the group that was sent to take him down.
Professor, have you seen my son, perchance? I have need of him. Is that so? Thank you, Professor. I must ask him not to distract you, Professor, nor His Highness from the matter at hand.
You acquitted yourself honorably last month. To think they'd go into the Holy Mausoleum and assault the Goddess Tower. I cannot imagine the Western Church was acting on its own. Someone must have been helping them. As for the masked knight who escaped, his days are numbered. I hope we find him soon, so I can kill him myself.
You're an angry lady.
Oh.
The head of the Western Church holds the title of bishop. That's not as distinguished as an archbishop, such as Lady Rhea, but it still comes with a fair amount of authority. If someone in that position plotted an assassination, I cannot help but think it must have been instigated by some outside force. There are bishops in the Eastern Church as well, but to speak frankly, they do not have much impact. They are under the influence of both the Archbishop and the Leicester Alliance, so their ability to voice grievances is quite limited.
Oh.
I'm just looking for stuff, man.
Right.
Does Felix hiding over in his room? Yes, he is. Nice, got me some bait.
I'm not secretly eating cake.
I can sense it.
Okay, what's Bernie doing right now? Oh, fine. You got me. Keep it a secret, alright?
Sure, here's your needle and thread.
I've been looking for this.
You're welcome. Bye.
My next mission is to rout bandits in the kingdom, is it not? I find the idea unsettling. Though the bandits have captured a large prize, they are insignificant in and of themselves. The matter would be more appropriately dealt with by Margrave Gautier or the Fargus royal family. I grant that I am most likely jumping at shadows, but I fear that if Fargus is weakened, the tipped scales will lead to widespread unrest.
It's awful, just awful what happened with the Rite of Rebirth. The infirmary. Well, it was a mess. Things are finally calm again, and so I've come here to unwind. Let me tell you, I put all of my knowledge to use keeping those kids alive. Still, the truth of it is that when someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn if they can do it again. We can't lose them, Professor. Not to battle or to cowardice. If you can keep them going, then I will too.
Okay. Am you? Well, no such luck with our mixed seeds, but these will be the last ones we plant, so it's okay.
Hi. Hi there.
I have some fishing to do, but I'll do it after I finish all my
Why
collecting.
is that fish so still? Wait, is it swimming sideways? Perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten. Ah, Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you, though I am certain my brother would disapprove. Might you help me with a favor?
And completing that quest unlocks the saint statues, which get you all kinds of bonuses as it turns out. It's quite nice, very worth doing.
I've been hearing about you a lot lately. Word on the street is you wield some amazing sword. If you ever want to sell it to me, I'd pay top G. Just kidding. Sorta. It's, not for sale, is it?
No.
I have heard that someone from House Gautier, one of the Kingdom of Fargus's noble families, is causing some sort of commotion. What a complete disgrace to the nobility.
Hello?
How did I spot them through the door?
For a hero's relic to be stolen, it's unheard of.
And just last month, the sword of the Creator was almost stolen too.
Also quite unheard of. What impudence.
Some people are unhappy because they don't have the crest they want. And some are unhappy because they have a crest they never asked for.
The coffin of Seros in the Holy Mausoleum should have held her remains. Instead, they say it held the sword of the Creator. What could it mean?
It means 9/11 was an inside job, Ferdy. There you go. How's that for a hot take?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, come to think of it, last month there was something to report, wasn't there? Thanks to you, I hear that everything was resolved. I never realized that bandits had entered. I'm not a great guard after all, am I? I hope you will forgive me one day.
The curry comb.
Wow, Lord Rodrigue in the flesh. What is Felix doing? This is such a rare opportunity for him to see his family.
Speak of the devil.
Yes, that's my...
I could save it. You can, like, save 2 lost items to get, like, a free full bar of motivation on your people, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest.
Hail, Professor. If I may introduce myself, I am Gilbert. My life has been spent as a dedicated knight. I am to accompany you on your assignment. I may have slowed a step in recent years, but I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities. I beg your pardon, but such is my nature.
Yes, that is nature of one of the worst units in the game. Papa bless.
I could use your help.
That quest will get me my new merchants. Yay. I also can now get the blacksmith.
Knew I
Yay.
could count on you. Hey there.
I'm so
Come
excited
back
about this
anytime.
development. So the new merchants allow me to build smithing stuff so I can actually repair my weapons. And they also let me buy the seeds I want for the garden so I can get the stat boosters I want. These are all positive changes to the game experience.
Have you seen a man who looks like me? He's middle-aged and relatively tall. If you get the chance, tell him I've gone out, okay?
So I hate to break the news to you, Fifi, but I may have already told him you're up here.
Hey, I heard about the things you did.
I'm so glad Lady Rhea is safe. I figure you're a great person after all, Professor.
Hey there. Hey, Teach. I hear you were able to use the Sword of the Creator. That means... What does that mean? Could it mean that you're a descendant of Nemesis, the King of Liberation?
Sure. Go up here and do these quests, and then I can go to the statues.
I am trusting you. You must be rather bewildered by the power that was hidden within. However, know that I believe in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly. You will most certainly fulfill the grand destiny that the goddess has seen fit to grant you. May I ask a favor of you?
Yes.
May I ask a favor of you?
Did I do this last time? Let me see. I didn't write it down. The answer's probably no. Or is it? Let me see. Yeah, it was definitely no. Let me decline it for now. Let me check something. Let me see everybody's status. Yeah, so Ray, I'm gonna pass, but I'll be back in like 2 weeks, and then we'll
Professor,
do it.
Gerald was looking for you. It seems he has gone off somewhere. If he is not in his room, then surely someone has seen him. Ask around. I have something to ask of you.
I will maintain my
something to ask of
training. Thanks, Seth.
Well... Oh, Professor, are you looking for Captain Gerald? I just saw him in the Knight's Hall a little while ago. He was talking with a female knight, but I didn't get a good look at who she was.
Uh-huh. Okay. Scandalous.
Oh my! The crest of flames? Could it really? Yes, the actual crest of flames! Ha ha ha! No, that is quite enough. I should compose myself. I must remain objective in my research. Objective, professional. The scandal with the Western Church troubles me. We cannot afford to let ourselves be swept along, and yet...
A Fallout TV show. God, who would be interested in that garbage?
Don't you think Professor Hanneman's been acting a bit strange? Maybe he's made some kind of big discovery.
Okay, I believe I've chatty-pattied with everyone now. Very good. Well, almost everyone. I gotta give some people drugs. Hold, please. Rhea has asked me to do this.
Not Father. Thank you.
You're welcome for the drugs. Oh, right, I have to complete the quest first. Then I can give Lysithea her tasty snack.
Hey, you.
So the whole plan to attack the monastery was some plot devised by the Western Church? That what right? I wish I want to hear.
We have had this conversation. Here you go.
Oh.
I hear drugs make everything better.
I appreciate your effort.
You're welcome. So I shouldn't actually have to talk to Catherine if I just go straight to him. I don't even think you have to talk to Leone. He's just down here.
Hey, I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you. So, here I am. I was thinking we should visit your mother. She's resting beneath this humble grave. Oh, of course you would ask that. I wouldn't know where to begin. I suppose I haven't talked much about her. She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone. And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. And she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you. She died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you. But she loved you with all her heart. That's the truest thing I know. Never forget it. This ring is the only keepsake I have of her. In time, it will be yours. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Yay. Let's go over here.
Not possible.
We'll give Lysithea some candy.
Though. For me.
You're welcome. Now, like me. Yes! Okay, I knew it. We'll teleport in place to trigger the support. Yeah, I'll go ahead and trigger it now. Why not? It's fine.
Professor. Professor, thank you for helping me with my training. I'd love to do this again if possible. Your advice is always so useful. Everyone thinks you're a wonderful teacher. You account for people's weaknesses while capitalizing on their strengths. Initially, I wasn't sure you paid too much attention to your students. Clearly, I was wrong. After all, were that the case, you wouldn't be capable of providing such useful feedback. I'll continue to learn and grow from your instruction, Professor. I just know it. You think I'm determined? Professor, thank you. You're the only one who's ever praised me like that. I mean, people are always telling me I've got a knack for magic. If you can call the power of my crests a knack, they aren't wrong per se. Though bearing 2 crests isn't a gift I ever asked for. Anyhow, I've made a point to work harder than most and not rely too heavily on the power they bestow. So I find it frustrating that the only praise I seem to receive is directly related to that power. If you've noticed how hard I work, then well, it makes me very happy. Well, you see, it is because I am the only child of House Ordelia. I must do all I can for my family name. I'm determined to someday be of real value to them, and that day must come soon. I can't waste any time. I don't have much of it left. Anyway, I should be going. Thank you again for your help.
So at this point, now that she's got a B support, I have a random chance at any point from now until here, technically here, of getting a free recruitment from Lysithea. I'm going to absolutely try to save scum it so I get her in this week, right here. And now that kind of opens up the door to me to start working on the next person I need to recruit, which is, should be Petra, I believe. Yes. She's over here. I can't remember if I gave her her exotic feather back or not. Let me see.
Yes, I have never professed you. I
Did
had
not.
lost.
You're welcome. Enjoy. Alright, so let's go up here and do the statue thing. Yep.
Really? much.
Thank you. Okay. Fun time.
Need something?
So basically what these bonuses mean is every time a character gets a point in like a skill, it's like this lance is +1 every time you use, or you're like training a lances in like an instruction, or you're using them on the field in a battle, you get some points towards your skill. What this basically does is it gives you an extra point on top of it, which is of course good. Now the nice thing about the Sethlene statue is at level 4 you get class XP +1, which basically means you master everything twice as fast. So of course we're absolutely going for that first.
You're all this one?
And the 5% XP I feel is relatively self-explanatory.
You're this one? You're
And I'll leave it at that for now. I'll probably come back to it. Next thing I need is we need to get Dimitri some help with his axes.
You're all this one?
So, I'm gonna go ahead and max out
this one?
Keyhole here.
You're up this one? You're up this one? You're all set this one?
And the reason I'm gonna max it out is also it'll help like Felix get some authority faster, and I can get that 10% XP, and that'll be nice. Macule, I don't need that as much. This is useful though.
You're all this one? You're all set.
Let me see, when I wrote this down last time, I didn't have the DLC. So I actually barely did anything in deck, but I think this time, since I've got Sylvain doing heavy armor, I'm gonna help him out a little bit.
This one?
And, yeah, I'll take a divine. I'll take a free divine pulse out of it, that's fine.
This one?
And I'll go ahead and do this one as well.
This one?
That way I can hopefully level up Lysithea's reason fast.
You're up this one? You're up this one? You're up this one? You're up this one?
So we have just enough to get 2 of these to level 8. Well, one of them to level 8. I thought I'd have enough. I didn't drop it enough free. It's okay.
See you again soon.
It's honestly probably worth it for me to do this quest from Rhea in that instance then.
Well...
I am trusting. You must be rather However, you will... May I ask a favor of you?
Yeah, so this... How much do I have? What was it? It was... I got distracted by somebody. I think it's actually not enough. I think it needs 2,500, and I think I have 1,500, right? Let me look again.
Need something?
Yeah,
See
so,
you again soon.
okay, so it doesn't matter. So I'll be able to get it after week 2. So I'll be able to get it in week 3. That's fine. It's no problem. Okay, let me go ahead and do this now. Yeah, Ash and Sylvain, that's fine.
This looks... Yeah!
And, Dimitri and Felix, I believe. And they're like all the way down here at the bottom, yeah.
Is some... Oh?
Okay, very good. And today should also be a fishing day. Fistfuls of fish. Yep, that is correct. Right, I'm not crazy. I'm remembering that right, yeah. Yeah, so... Now is the perfect time. So basically the way fishing works is you get a little bit of XP every time you catch a fish. But on the days where you can catch more than one fish per bait, you can get an absolutely ridiculous amount of XP every time you catch a fish compared to normal. So you can actually use this to grind for XP. So I've got agents now, bless. Oh, F. See, I got like 80 XP for that. You normally don't get that much. It's quite nice. So I just gotta do this for a wee bit, and then I'm basically done. I think normally I would get mission assistance from Petra, but since I plan on actually getting supports with Happy on Byleth, I'm gonna go ahead and use Happy as Byleth's agent for the rest of the month, and hopefully that'll be enough. And then I won't worry about it, because recruiting Petra super early isn't really necessary. And in my opinion, you're honestly better off waiting a little bit anyway, because she'll come in with her higher, like, starting strength. Or at least it seems to be higher than what her average usually is, if you level her up from level 1. So I'm perfectly content with not getting Petra until chapter 6 or 7-ish. It's no problem. Whoops. I don't believe the amount of XP you get or anything like that matters, whether you get a grade or not. All that does is change the quality of fish you get. So like it matters if you like are using like the high tier bait and you're trying to get money, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it really matters. Also, I think because this video is taking like an hour, what I'm probably going to do is after I'm done fishing and then I finish getting Violet's faculty training in for the week, I'm just going to save it there. And that way when the next video starts, I'll go right into the instruction, and then the save scumming for Lysithea can begin if necessary. Because all that video will be is a quick auxiliary battle and some more exploring stuff. And then I guess supports at the end. I try to catch something of higher quality. Whatever, good enough. Oh wait, that's the same thing. Ah. As you can see though, just from like 25 pieces of bait, I've probably gotten like 400 or 500 XP. So, imagine what it's gonna look like when I have like 200. You know what I mean? I probably won't record that this time just because it's quite literally just like an hour and a half straight of me doing this. And there's no way anyone would actually sit there and watch that. If you want to, you can in my Golden Deer playthrough, but I don't really see the point in me recording it, to be quite honest. It's not wholly interesting. I hate fishing in real life, and I hate it in this stupid game too. Oh, it is kind of worth it to go for the higher quality fish, and when you do the higher quality bait, like the herring bait, just because it has a really good chance of giving you gold quality. And you can get, like, if you get like a perfect on those, you can get like platinum fish sometimes, and those sell like for 1,000 gold a pop, so it's great money. Usually after the second fishing I do, which is where I have like 200 pieces of bait, you can make like 30 or 40k just selling fish. It's pretty great. Okay, I should have one left. Yes, I do. I trained flying, huh? Let me look at this again. Ah! Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Just kind of caps it off right there, so may as well. I trained it twice, huh?
It's a thing. It's things.
Nothing's ever easy, is it? Never ever. I'll have to modify my little guide here with all the slight variation I did to it. I always change something. I feel like that's probably not a good thing, because usually I have it the way I had it for a reason, but I can't help myself.
It's things.
Did the exact same thing when I was playing Dragon Age.
It's things are.
Give me the great, you bitch. Joss Whedon's getting canceled again, huh? Damn. Can't say I'm shocked. It's always the people who talk about how good and righteous they are that have something to hide.
It's things.
Man, well, I can escape. The rest, this episode will just end if you just cooperate with me, you bitch. Come on. I'm gonna headbutt the fucking wall if she doesn't give it to me.
It's things.
Self-harm was the way to go.
The glory of progress.
Progress indeed. Okay. That's it for this video. Next video, pick up right here, go right into the instructions, save scum for Lysithea, and basically do the rest of the month leading up to the mission afterwards. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.